Hello and welcome to the morning meeting. Building Jam. Maddie is at his apartment
Yeah.
and I'm at my house in my basement. And it's Friday, and we did one yesterday where we kind of had like the setup topics and all that. So I think we're doing a lot of questions from the chat today. So I have my phone out. I'll open the chat. It's the morning meeting. Do you know that I think my cousin lives in the same building as you?
Really?
Has my Luke ever told you that?
Oh, yes. Yeah, when Luke came here, your mom texted him based on his location and asked if he was visiting your cousin. So yes, I did know that.
Do you think you've ever crossed paths with him?
I feel like I've seen everybody in the elevator at this point. It's not that big of a building, so
I was gonna text you.
probably.
I was gonna show you a picture on the screen, but then I thought maybe he doesn't want that.
Maybe he doesn't want that.
Oh, I'm texting it to you, and then you tell me if you've ever seen him before. Um, Sam's sister won Employee of the Month or of the Week, and that's another thing where I'm like, oh shit, now her face is gonna be on this episode of Weekly Dumb.
Mm,
Does she want that? But Sam said that she was very excited by it. So that's good news.
I don't
Ever
specifically remember seeing this guy, but I'll keep an eye out.
okay. Well, that's my cousin. If you see him, now you know. How are you, Maddie?
Good. I went to a Broadway show last night because Emily is very hooked on that at the moment.
What
And it was
show?
Funny Girl. And it was a funny, good show. So that was good.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. Uh the
Funny girl.
lead the lead is normally Leah Michelle or Lee Michelle. She was in Glee. But it was her off night. So we knew this going in, but we saw the backup, and the backup was incredible. So good for her. Other funny
Are you
girl.
rooting for the lead to like kind of get dropped now?
No, the lead can keep doing funny girl. Get the backup into like Hamilton or something.
Wow.
Get a promotion.
Katie and I saw a show once, and when we were living in Manhattan, and the end scene was the third act actually was kind of like bad, but it was bloody. There's a lot of fake blood involved, and the girl did it, and she gave herself a smortion with a coat hanger in this third act, and then she like took all the blood and rubbed it all over her face and shit, and it was like, oh my god. And then we took the one home back up to our apartment, and she was on the lead actress was just sitting next to me on the train, and it was fake blood still all over her like
Oh my
hands,
God.
and she was just playing like an iPhone game, like
Yeah,
shooting the bubbles. And I was like, whoa,
right.
why didn't you clean all that fake blood off?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Just wanted to get home, I guess, because we
That's
left
funny.
pretty early. Not early, like the show ended. We went on the first train.
Yeah, she wanted to get out too.
Wild. Um, I'm so tired. I can't be untired.
I've been feeling it since the weekend. Just tired.
Well, I think the warehouse does it to us, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone's like trying to snap out of it. But I've been getting good sleep. I'm just so tired. It's crazy. It's pissing me off. Did you hear about Edwin Diaz?
Yes. I did hear about Edwin Diaz.
Big news.
Assuming that you're just talking that he's injured and not anything else.
Yeah, he got injured in the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
Not good. Not good at all. What else is going on? Oh, I'll open the chat. We got to get the chat some questions here because James is crying upstairs. Did the Challenger Series opponents mesh well with you guys? Yeah, it was fun. It was a silly time.
Yeah.
You know, it's a much different vibe than the games with Nikki and Jack and Zoe versus Como.
Yeah. Different vibe.
I don't know if the intensity ever got up to a peak intensity, but I think they had fun and it was good. I don't know. Hosting people is weird because I feel like I never know what they expect out of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a good entertainer. Jake is, but I thought we had fun. Brad H709 says really cool having Trevor on the other day. Will you have more guests on morning? We can. We record really early. Like it's 5:20 for Trev. But yeah, I mean, we can try to plan whenever Nikki's in the office. Naturally, I like having him on. We can seem to do well. People enjoyed it and like clicked and listened. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think we definitely should try in the future to have guests, even just like internal ones.
Yep.
Yeah. Who do you think should be our next guest?
I don't know. Gary V.
Well, he might ruin our PG-13 rating.
Oh yeah. In that case, Canobio.
Okay. Yeah. Got him. Asante says, what are some must-sees in New York?
Statue of Liberty. I also assume he's
Uh,
talking about plays.
Niagara Falls.
Yep.
But the New York side kind of sucks.
Got to go Canada side.
You got to go to the Canada side, so that's not a must-see in New York. New York City. Nothing. Just like the whole city, I think. Like the
Yeah.
whole web of the city. The fact that there's an island that big that's just all a cement grid is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. I half think that he was referring about Broadway. What are some must-sees?
Oh,
I like Hamilton the most.
okay.
And then
Come From Away, I really liked. I don't know if that's still going.
okay. I hear that Michael Jackson is really good. I haven't seen it myself.
Passed Away, 2011.
Castaway with Tom Hanks.
That would be a bit of a one-man show.
Right.
I
That
saw
that would
I
be
saw
something.
I saw Billy Joel's one-man show. Or no, it wasn't a one-man show, it was Moving Out. We used to see a lot of Broadway shows, and then my mom let my dad and I choose one year, and we really enjoyed it. But my mom and sisters did not enjoy it, and they said that's the last time we're letting you guys pick. And we said, well, how do you think we feel every year?
Right.
And then they kind of realized what they do to us, and that was the end of like we're gonna see one show a year in the city. Because they got dragged to one they didn't get to choose once.
Right.
It was about Lombardi. The dad from the Wonder Years played Lombardi. And
Right.
me and my dad and my brother-in-law Brett were like kind of riveted, like really liked it.
Yeah.
They were like, this is so boring. And it was like, well, that's usually, the last 10 years has been the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do think that's the last time the full family went, like, let's all see what.
That's funny.
T-Nerb says, what is your favorite band? Your favorite band, Daisy Jones and the Six?
Isn't that a book?
And a TV show.
Oh, wow.
Not a real band, though.
Emily finished reading that book on the train ride to the show last night. That's wild that you said that.
Katie finished listening to the audiobook last week, and then she tried to start the show, which is always a terrible move. You can't, like, is Emily going to try and watch the show now? Because you can't finish the book and then start the show the next day and expect to enjoy it. Your brain is in the book version. You almost need to let it last like 2 years until you only remember the general feeling of the book and
Hmm.
like the overarching details. So when they get the little ones not wrong or they change the little ones, you're not annoyed. So Katie's like, they're changing everything.
Yeah, yeah. That's what people say about Harry Potter. Favorite
Never
band
heard of it.
though? Uh, I don't
What's your
think I
favorite band?
listen to bands. I can tell you my favorite artist,
Okay. What's your favorite artist?
Drake.
Even though he's retiring?
Yeah, he's been retiring for a while, I think.
I have a lot of favorite bands. So I don't know how I have a lot of favorite bands. I like music. You guys were listening to Talahina Sky before we started this by Kings of Leon. At one point, I would say they were my favorite band for sure. I like the Avett Brothers a lot. I like Phoebe Bridgers. She's not a band though. I like Jason Isbell. Bruce Springsteen probably lands on my list. Well, if you're doing like classic, like full catalog, older bands, it would be John Prine or Bruce Springsteen. That I'll just put on and like let it go on shuffle and random.
My close friend from Villanova, his uncle is part of Bruce Springsteen's band.
What does he play?
Guitar, Nils Lofgren. Should I look it up?
House of a Thousand Guitars. That's a song.
Is a Nils Lofgren is a virtuoso rock guitarist.
Yeah, virtuoso. That's cool. All right, let's go back to the chat. We're
Back to the
over
chat.
bands.
Sorry, Nils.
Maddie, are you side hustling Phil's polls, or is there a bizarro editor doing Maddie Mass edits?
I am still doing those. Less frequently than 2020, but still doing them.
So you're side hustling Phil's polls.
Sometimes I wake up early, sometimes I edit them very late, but one of the two, yes.
All right.
That would be weird for somebody to edit the same as me.
The way
Like,
you edit those?
yeah, I mean, I started that channel and like the way those were edited. So, yeah, the word bizarro is accurate. That would be interesting to see. It's not hard editing, it's very easy, but to just see somebody do the same exact thing would be interesting.
You have a style.
I think so. For those, it's different than every other video I edit, but yeah.
Apasani, that can't be how it's pronounced, said, when do you think there will be a website or something to look to see what events are scheduled and when they happen? Also, there's a place where we can send suggestions and or questions. Man, a website's something I've talked about that on here a lot. I want a
Mm-hmm.
website really bad. They're very expensive to get made because I don't want a shitty website. And they're very expensive to get made. And then they're very not expensive, but then you have to have someone hired to like upkeep it and keep it going and an editor or publisher or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of a bigger lift that's like we would need a project manager to come like oversee. And I just don't know if it's there's always been a moment of like, is that the right investment right now? Not the right investment. I think we need to get our own website very quick. But I want to do it right. But I don't know when that's gonna happen or not happen. But yeah, I want you to be able to go like the newest videos this week, blah 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 blah. What upcoming events, especially when we start doing more events where like there's tickets and
Yeah.
stuff. We need our own page.
I think it's a good goal by like mid 2023 in the ideal world, but end of 2023.
Yeah, I think so. We just the season kind of comes and stalls a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
until we get a bigger staff able to like really like handle it, right? Because it's just an investment that no one can wrap their head around right now because you gotta make it and then upkeep it.
Yeah.
So, so no good answer there. Wish I had one because I do want one. I think we just changed our. Did the merch website officially change?
Mm, shop. Doesn't look like it yet.
Oh, well, that's changing soon. Do you have a list of the AMP shows anywhere or who to follow?
I did answer that one in the chat.
Nice.
The morning page follows all of our other amp shows. So go look at that.
Who was the most unexpected person to reach out to you yesterday? Congratulate you on the Boone deal. I don't know. Unexpected? I don't know if I have an answer to that. I'm looking at my text. Bobby Skinner. Nice of him. Curry. We chat sometimes. Dan from Stuffed Grass Fed Burgers.
Oh, that's nice.
We also, chat sometimes. Fuzzy.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Still get free fries at Stuffed Grass Fed Burgers.
Say Jomboy get free fries. I live like really close to there now. It's funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I live like in delivery range. Okay, keep going on the chat. You should listen to Watchhouse, Jimmy. They're my favorite folky band. Watchhouse. What was their old name? They just changed their name from what was their old name? Mandolin Orange. Yeah. They were Mandolin Orange on their Watchhouse. I listen to them sometimes. I don't really go out. I muted myself. I don't go out of my way to find them, but I do listen to them. But I remember when Watchhouse came, I was like, this sounds like a band I've already known. And then I Googled it and it was Mandolin Orange. How are the brackets after day one? How's your bracket doing, Maddie?
I got 9 correct yesterday, which is pretty bad. Yeah, pretty bad. But I have one of the higher possible remaining points that I've seen. So I'm in it for the long game. 7 of the 8 Elite 8 teams are still left. And at the end of the day, just get those right and you're good. If you get 6 Elite 8 teams right, you're normally up there at the top. So yeah, I'm playing the long game. My best ever was 2011. I went
Wait,
20.
my best ever was 2011.
Okay. How
That's
many
when
did you get
UConn
right
won,
in the
right? Is
first round?
that when UConn run?
I
Or
don't
was that
remember.
2010?
I think 2010. No, 2011.
Yeah. I
Uh,
don't remember how many got right in the first round. I just remember I was in the top 1% of brackets and
oh, nice.
I had the Elite 8, Final 4, championship winner correct.
Damn. That's awesome.
And
I don't
I haven't filled out a bracket really since
I don't
because there's just
remember.
no way I'm going to do better than that.
Right, it's a max.
Why would I just keep continuing to do worse than my best? You know?
If we combined our brackets then, because I don't remember exactly how much I did down the line, but I started the first 32 games, the first round, I went 28-4, which was great. Now I struggle to get past 6 games and have less than 4 wrong, let alone the whole thing.
I wonder if I have like that bracket anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, mate. So I think I do have it right. Maybe I got it wrong. Looks like it was 2012.
Was your best year?
Um, I was in the top 99.9% of brackets.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's even better than what I said.
Yeah.
I have a tweet where I'm in the top 99.9% percentile in ESPN brackets, smartest man alive. So it was when Kentucky won.
Right. If anybody's interested, Jeremy is winning the in-office bracket right now. Jeremy got 14 correct yesterday of 16. So he is currently in first place.
Nice. So yeah, I'm just kind of over brackets because I just crushed it that one year.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Will you be doing another mini golf tournament? Not in the warehouse, like not where we're going to build. The warehouse is a little bit almost getting to set it and forget it place right now, which is very nice for us. There's so much work going into Blitzball Battle 3 and so much prep and all that, that now we have Ball and Play League coming up. We're going to do floor ball, some Challenger Series in between, Blitzball again in September. But for Ball and Play League, it's just moving some cameras around. We played yesterday a good amount. Me and Jolly, Jake and Pennick did a little bit, but then Jolly was there and I wanted him to get it. Like I want everyone that's local to get the gameplay and the strategy of it before we invite all the newcomers that are going to be like, what is this? What is this? So I can have other people help explain it. And it started to click for Jolly halfway through.
Oh,
And then
nice.
so everyone got 3 overs to hit. And it was me, Ronnie, John, and Jolly. So it was
Nice.
like one hitter. We simulated the other runner and one of the defenders, he would have been out. Oh no, you would have been out. Yeah, but like stuff like that. And Jolly
Mhm.
went first, and he thought he was doing really, really well, and he kind of was. But I was like, you're being a little reckless because as soon as you get 3 outs, you're done.
Mm.
And then he didn't click with him at all.
Mhm.
And then he ended after 3 overs, which is 18, or actually, he didn't face the full 3 overs, which is 18 pitches. So how many runs can you score off 18 pitches? Because he got out on like shit, like the 10th pitch. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think he got out on the 10th pitch. So there was 8 pitches left that he could have scored runs off that he didn't. He put up 30 runs. So like it's a crazy rate, but you could have put up more. So then he saw me go and I was like, no, you want to save all your outs and be like kind of careful at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because then when you get your last 6 pitches, you swing for the fences. Because if you get out, it's all right. You got 2 more. And I put up 40 runs. And he was like, oh, I want to go again. I want to go again. I get it. I want to go again.
Nice.
Makes sense. I was like, yeah. Because he hit a home run. I was like, that's risky. And he was like, why? I was like, because there's no risk of being caught out if you hit it on the ground and you can still get a lot of points.
Yeah.
Like you hit a home run, that's good. But so it's a lot of strategy, not just like throw ball hard, hit ball hard, you win.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
So I was happy that he was like picking it up, and we're gonna do that more. But anyway, we're not gonna do mini golf because we don't want to do all the work of building the set and all that. But we are gonna do some other stuff in the warehouse, and we're a little bit at this like the hardest work for the warehouse for the year is done, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. You'd hope.
Yeah. I just got a text from a number. I don't know. You think this is gonna be exciting?
No.
All right, I'll check it later. I hate reading text and then forgetting that I read them and having to go back. You know what I got today, Manny? I got the first draft of Blitzball Battle 3 Game 1.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think yesterday we said that we'd hope that they'd be done yesterday, so that's nice.
They exported a 720. I was like, just do it in 720, like small version of
Yeah.
it.
Hmm.
Doesn't take forever for download. They're having a session at 11, so I got to watch it and give my notes on it before 11.
Oh, nice.
It looks so good.
That's cool.
Like if this was 2003, maybe the tech wouldn't have allowed us to do that. But anyway, I guess my point is this would get picked up by a network. If
Yeah.
that was our goal, like I always say, Slam Ball got picked up. If this was like the pilot season that we like sent around networks in Hollywood, like, hey, here's our reality sports, they would get picked up
Right.
because this is so professional looking.
Yep.
Except my goatee looks stupid. It looks too real.
Yeah, it's like half of a joke.
Like Jake's looks so bad that it's a joke, and mine doesn't look so bad that it's a joke. You know,
Yeah.
and that's a bummer. Any other questions in the chat?
Yeah, do you want me to read some?
Yeah, if you got some.
All right, one sec. So somebody said, any word on continuing AMP shows, particularly this one? I don't think so yet, right?
No, I don't think so.
No update yet. Update on Girls and Co. They got that YouTube channel back verbally. Now it's a matter of actually obtaining it back, and then they will start uh, using YouTube's editor to fix the issues with the show, and then that will hopefully get back up and running soon.
That was funny. They thought they got like hijacked.
Yeah, YouTube thinks that the girls' room was hijacked, hence why they're giving the channel back.
They're still going on AMP, right?
Yep, still going on AMP once a week, so you could always listen there too. But all of their AMP recordings will be uploaded to YouTube once they get the channel back, I think. How do you guys balance putting effort towards low overhead selling shows like Talkin' Yanks and Talkin' Baseball versus bigger productions and potentially higher ceiling content like Warehouse Games?
How do we balance it?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to understand the question.
I think the question is like how like Talking Yanks and Talking Baseball, like lift wise, is not that challenging for you guys. Like you can go in like with the notes on a Zoom call
Yeah.
and the views will perform well and it makes it worth it from a sales perspective. How do we balance that with Warehouse Games where like that's higher cost to produce, like and is more of an investment towards the future because of its higher ceiling?
Yeah, I guess the balance is easy. I mean, they're kind of answering it like in their question. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that is how it that is that's what it is.
Yeah.
If we just did talking Yanks, it'd be a hobby. If we just did talking baseball, that's a 3-person show with producer, sales team. It'd be a side job for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you have to have other stuff that is open to a bigger audience, open to bigger licensing deals. We own all the IP for, so if it gets bigger, we fully own it. Um, like there's a limit. There's like you can't just do one podcast to make a ton of money in a way. You know what I mean? Like you have to be in the top 1% of shows.
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks of the top Rogan or Call Her Daddy. Well, those are all that got benefited from the Spotify deal, which Spotify now is not even following through. Like you got to catch those companies while they're putting the money down to invest because they all got great deals.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean that's why like when people are always like, and people always still continuously will be like, "Hey, do you need a jet show?" And Jake and I always say that, and we always use the Jets as our example because for some reason that is the team. Maybe the New York Rangers, where we just get like, "Hey, I can do a Jets show for you." It's like if you're not already doing a Jet show that does really well and has a big audience,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what you would need to be doing a Jet show where you cover the Jets and you have signs of a growing audience, and that's going to be your like home base. And then, but you want to join something that's bigger. You want to do other shows on the network. You want to do collaborations. You want to be part of Warehouse Games, or you want to do what Jolly's doing and like make up like one-off games that are going to land on our channels, and then that's it. Like, no interest in having someone do just a team show, because to be quite frank, like there's probably 5 teams in the 4 American sports that are big enough to have a very like a profitable show. Like, how many baseball teams? Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox,
Astros.
Astros. Yeah, the biggest markets, right? Probably 5 to 10. Where like you'd be
Not
able
10,
to like,
5.
yeah.
Chicago, maybe.
Football is a different animal. The other sorts, it's tough, and it's a grind. Like, I don't think people realize that. I don't think people fully understand what a grind it is to cover a baseball team the way we do.
Mm-hmm.
Not really complaining about it, but don't tell me you can just do it. Like, the early days of Talking Yanks, when I was like resilient and like we're not missing an episode, and we still don't miss episodes, and we still like are on it as much as we can. But yeah, you can't. It's we're on year 6 or 7 now. It's a grind, man. It's, you got to watch the games. You got to be active. If the team stinks, you have to show up and talk, even, and then try not to be a whiny bitch. But I was pretty bad at that last year. So whenever someone's like, "Oh, I want to do, like, I can cover this baseball team for you," I'm like, "Go do it for 2 years by yourself and see if you can get an audience." Because you're not going to join Jomboy Media and then boom, you have our audience. That's not how it works. Like, you got to bring some of your own, and then grow more like that. You're with us of new people. You know, what does it help us if you join us and you just don't bring audience or gain any new audience? You just have our existing audience. Well, we could do that.
Yep.
So I forget the question, but that's the balance. Like, there's not, in other arenas, I guess my final answer, the balance is in other arenas, like in one-off videos, in series, in multi-personality collabs. I'm much more happy to invest in those in like short form seasons or series, and understand that we can learn in it, we can win in it, we can try new avenues of content, than to be like, what's that podcast network that they just started a show for every team?
Oh, Locked On.
Yeah, Locked On Sports, and they had like Locked On Rangers, Locked On Cubs, Locked On, but like the voice consistency was not there. Like, they didn't have like a brand voice, because some people were angry fans, other people were happy fans, like R-rated, PG rated. Like, it would. So, some investors earlier were like, "Are you going to do that?" And I was like, "No, I don't think that. I think that's just so much overhead and so much production for like almost guaranteed that you're going to have 10 misses, and then you don't really have control over the company voice." So I would much rather invest in big company outings, collaborations. I want everyone to have kind of their home base. Like, Jolly has his own videos. He has Shea Station. Canobio has Inside Boxing Live. We have those arenas, but you have to want to do the other stuff too. Yes. And create more. Jake and I, what's our output report? Jake and I, last 2 weeks had 40 videos published.
Yep. 40 videos per week from you guys.
I mean, no one is close to touching us in output. And some people that follow us realize that. And then You could be like, oh, that's too much. It's like, well, that's how you grow things.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you like kind of try to find new people. So you just got to go. Um, okay, that was a long answer to. I don't even know if I answered it, but
A lot of comments in here. Most recent being unbelievably invested in NHL Hits '03. Somebody asked, or somebody said, Gagas have been playing out of their mind recently. Somebody else said, is there going to be merch with the new Gagas logo?
no one's watching that. So I mean, I love that they're invested and they like it, and the people that watch it like it, but the numbers don't justify. I enjoy doing it. I like doing it with Joe's because it's a different like avenue and it's fun. But at some point, push is going to come to shove, and if the numbers don't like spike up, we have to like wind that down. And Joe's is starting like a football one with someone else and some other games with other people. But if we get nearer the season, and I gotta focus on videos that bring in revenue for the company
Yeah.
and get off other stuff, like I I thought it would have a better chance, but yeah, those numbers aren't like promising.
Mm-hmm.
It's averaging not a lot, right?
Yeah, like 4,000.
Yeah. And we're pretty deep into it.
Yeah. I think it's like 20 episodes in.
So sorry to answer your question with bad news, but I'm not sure how much longer the Gagas are going for. I want it to
uh,
last. Like there's content that I love doing and I want to work, but it's almost like bad leadership if I just keep doing shows that don't work
yeah,
and don't show people that
it's
uh
okay.
it's okay to try things, but when they're not getting into revenue situation, then like it's not even revenue. It's like people aren't watching it.
Yeah,
We're not the audience is letting us know.
yeah.
Like the return viewers aren't there. You're not growing. You're losing viewers every episode. It's awesome. I love it. So if you want people to keep it going, I guess try to share it and get other people on the bandwagon Gaga's uh bandwagon. That's
Yeah.
funny. They're all called the bandwagon. Not enough people on the bandwagon. But, yeah,
Fayal
that's
said rumors are the Gagas are going up for sale.
well, who knows?
Where is the Gaga stuff? On Jomboy and Jake TV.
Yeah.
Um, Somebody said that they thought the big announcement was going to be Nick Swisher's joining Talkin Yanks as the third host because of his interview in spring.
Wow, that would be exhausting. Love Swisher. Imagine if Swisher joined Talking Baseball.
Mm,
Be the most positive show ever.
yeah.
I'm officially in April not going to be on the recaps for Talking Baseball. Do you know that, Maddie?
I, uh, and yes and no. That was a terrible answer.
I don't know if Trev knows. Trev knows half of it.
Yeah.
For April. Friday episodes I won't be on, but for April I'm not going to be on the Monday either. To try and start the season off doing as many breakdowns as I can, as many helping other people with their content as I can, starting the season off right. Because that's really like Q2 is Q1 for us with the baseball season.
Mm-hmm.
So Jake and I just kind of talked about that. If I could get my Mondays and Fridays to work on breakdown videos and get organized, that's what I'm going to do. So after April, we'll see how it's going.
Um, Somebody said, I noticed YouTube has a massive wrestling following, maybe a series playing their new game. I think that's like the tough part about YouTube is I think that everything has some kind of respectable following. It's just a matter of being able to enter in every space on YouTube's highly competitive, so it's a matter of being able to enter into that space properly.
Yeah. I mean, gaming is the biggest thing in the world and we can't enter that. So,
Yes. Yeah.
and you kind of have to play like the newest games and be on the trends, which we're not doing, right? Like I'm not.
We've tried that. Yeah. I mean, I
I'm also not a gamer, so
ironically,
like I don't think I'm gonna be entering that world. But I
no,
do
no, no.
like the old school gaming with Joe's and the making up the storylines and the lore. Like I think it's really funny and good. The comments are amazing on the Gaga stuff. Like people are
Yeah.
like deep into the lore of the players and shit. I was reading them. I tweeted out. It makes me laugh. But I thought I was gonna do more.
Yeah. Um, and I mean, ironically, we were when Jam Gaming was going daily videos, there were the ones that were like the new game that just came out. And ironically, those were the ones that didn't perform as well as our other videos. So yeah, gaming's a tough one to tackle.
Yeah. Well, that's why sometimes like you going into the unsaturated markets
Hmm.
can be easier. Like
Yeah.
when we started doing baseball content in 2017, no one else was really doing it. Like MLB was
Hmm.
like not allowing it to happen. So it's not that that was the Yankees media is as saturated as it gets, but like baseball on whole was kind of empty. But like yeah, football right now, like everyone already has a football show. It's tough. Like we're trying
Yeah.
to. Jam football's trying to go in there, but you got to break in. But like, American cricket audience, I'm getting views there. Not only views, like getting like invites from teams, sponsorships from teams, and help from teams. Um, Last year I did a bunch of lacrosse videos for the National Lacrosse League, or the PLL, and we do those videos, and then they reach out and they want to work with us. So it's like my brain, how I try to find uh non-saturated markets and try to enter them in like a respectable and fun way. You need people to do the other to get into football, get into gaming, but it's such a harder battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody just said with gaming, you may have to bring in somebody established.
Yeah, and then it costs a lot of money and then you don't ever make any money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the tough part with gaming is just the episode lengths are so short. So it's tougher to sell on them unless they're getting insane views. Um, Jimmy, ever think about doing a premiere or editing masterclass? Not literally a masterclass, but would love to learn behind the scenes editing tricks. You made one video, right?
I've done them from time to time. Like I was live on Instagram once when I edited a breakdown. I think
Mm-hmm.
I have two videos where it's like editing a breakdown. Process has gotten more evolved and like more going on. Um, I mean, I do them in the office, but I don't know if I'm the best teacher. I go really fast.
Yeah.
I have to really slow things down. I could do certain like tricks and tips and tricks and stuff. That would be something that would probably blow people's minds. And it's like editors that we've had come in, you know, how do I phrase this? Because we've had a lot that like have done it, that have worked with me, like, Prizeman and the warehouse crew. And I'm gonna send them edits today. And it may seem like nitpicky, but it it really to me matters. Like I edit with a fine tooth comb, is that the saying?
Mm-hmm.
The breakdowns are like every single frame is curated.
Yep.
And then the goal is to make it so nobody would ever know that this isn't what the broadcast showed, but I edited this way.
Yeah.
So, with Andrew is helping with breakdown stuff. Like that's what I'm trying to go over with him. Like you can't, like you need a clean edge here.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, the score bug disappears because you brought in the replay. Keep the score bug there. I don't want them to know that we brought in the replay. I don't want them to know that, oh, this is the Cubs broadcast, but when he puts the ball on play,
Yep.
now it's the Brewers broadcast. I don't want them to know that. So just leave the Cubs broadcast score bug on top and change the actual broadcast. I mean, like it's really, really like nuanced, those edits.
Yeah.
But I don't like when you go watch them on YouTube and you can clearly tell someone edited it.
Yep.
That's not the point of editing. Like when you watch like sports videos and like you can just be like, there's some sports I have to do it for, so I guess that stinks. But if you can make it so people think you're just talking over a highlight, that's what you wanted to see. Like, oh, that's just the broadcast feed. And then people sometimes always leave comments like, I didn't see what broadcast are you watching? Where do you get this special footage from? And I'm like, no, it's just the broadcast. I just edited it together.
Yeah.
So I could do another video. It just might take forever.
Yep.
I've posted like time lapses of edits, right?
I think
Not
so.
that that's a masterclass, but I think I did. I think I've done that a couple times. Jomboy time lapse. Oh, this is Corey Kluber throws a no hitter. The time lapse of that.
That's funny.
Yeah. So you can see that one. Making of the breakdown time lapse. So yeah, I posted these a bunch. What's this one? Judge hits his 60th and walks off, and then I posted that time lapse. So you can see how much goes into it if you want to watch these time lapses that I posted.
Yeah. Um, Nick said, "Will you be at opening day this year?" Apologies if you answered this.
No.
Opening day, we're doing our longest live stream ever.
Well, winter meetings of 2020. I don't know how long
Oh
that
yeah,
was,
yeah.
but that was pretty long. But yeah, we're gonna be on the JM Baseball channel. The Yankees are the first game, so Jake and I will be in like the main chairs. We'll be streaming the Yankee game on JM Baseball, and then when the Yankee game ends, that stream will stay going. I don't know what the next teams are we playing, but like if the Mets are playing, Jolly will be there. All our baseball creators will be around. Jake and I will go to Talkin Yanks and do the episode, or actually, we don't do an episode after opening day.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could, in theory, stay. That's a good point.
Yeah, we do series recap. So maybe if there's some crazy happens, we just want to do like 20 minutes, we could. But there's games from what 1 p.m. till midnight.
Yeah, 10 p.m. is the latest, I'd assume.
Well, unless it's 10 p.m. first pitch West Coast game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And we're gonna be live in the JM Baseball YouTube the whole day. So it'll be like a rotating cast of crews, and there's 6 TVs in there, so we can be watching 6 games. I think the most games going on at once is 6.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that. So that's our opening day plan.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff.
What was I gonna say to you before the show that I said, oh, we'll talk about this on the show? Oh, those British guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Someone actually, I think it was just on my recommended. These 2 British guys that have a channel right now where they're reacting to American sports, and they did one of my breakdowns, and it's super interesting to see people people watch my videos. There's another British guy. His name is Ludwig, maybe.
You casually drop that name. It's like the biggest content creator in the world.
Oh, so not him then.
Oh, okay.
But he did it. But he did it once on a live stream.
Reacted to your video.
Yeah, on a live stream once, he watched my breakdown. Yeah, but not him.
When?
That's not what I'm talking about. I don't know.
Like years ago or a month ago?
Do not know.
All right, try to find it. Ludwig Jomboy.
March 11th, 2021.
That's crazy.
He tweeted at me, "Oh, I watched all your videos while bedridden from surgery, and I'm showing my chat what you're about. Love the stuff."
Oh my God. That's awesome. That was as of like until last week, uh, the most subscribed to Twitch creator.
Nice.
He
Yeah.
just got passed by Kai Cenat.
Someone tweeted at me, "Yo, John Boy, you're getting a shout out from Ludwig with 23K viewers." And I said, "What's he saying?" And he
Right.
said he was watching some of your breakdown videos, giving all compliments. So yeah, but that's not the guy I was talking about. Luke would know the other kid I was talking about that used to react to, I don't know if he still does, but for a while he was a British kid that was reacting to British React Jomboy. Lav. Lav Luca is his name.
Nice.
Lav Luca. These guys, though, yesterday or the other day, they're called DN Reacts. And they reacted to the one about the where the guy was tipping pitches and the Yankees kind of like hammered him, the Tigers pitcher.
Right.
And I don't know how many people, like, I always try to make the breakdowns for people that don't watch baseball,
Yeah.
but not so overt that it's annoying to people that do know baseball. But watching them watch the video was kind of cool because there's things that I don't spell out explicitly, but they were able to catch on. I think they were kind of quick, smart, because that was a pretty nuanced breakdown of like the pitcher's doing fake head shakes, and they thought I was joking, that was like a joke, and not
Right.
that I, because they were like, "What's he? What do you mean shake? What's he shaking?" And like halfway through, they're like, "Oh, I think the catcher and the pitcher are communicating, and those were fake no's." Like they figured it out. It made me realize to probably open it up a little bit more, even like like on the main channel. Like don't open up the baseball terminology or strategy just like a little more for people that have no idea what I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah.
But I also think people like feeling smart. So when you don't treat them like dummies or beginners and they do connect the dot themselves, that's the old movie trick, right? Show, don't tell. Let the
Yeah.
audience figure it out because then they feel smart and they like your movie more. But
Right.
but it was cool. You guys should go watch it. DN reacts, and then they said they were going to do more John Boy ones, so that's cool.
Nice.
They got 8,000 subscribers, but they said that like they did one, and then there was a comment that said do a John Boy video, and it got 200 likes, and they were like, and that was enough for us.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I also hadn't watched that video I made about the players tipping pitches in a while. And I
Right.
thought I did a good job. I was like, hey, this was a good video, Jimmy. Got me in a
Yeah.
lot of trouble, that video. Started a big old fight between Katie and I. So
Really?
yeah. Isn't it funny that that's how I associate videos is like
Yeah.
did it mess with my life?
Right.
Like the Angels video with Trout. I was talking to someone, the guy that interviewed me for Cracked, about that. Like the Angels Mariners fight with Trout that I did. And
Yeah.
that was like a really fun one. And I was like, oh yeah, I had to take myself off every other show and meeting for a day. Took me
Yeah.
22 hours.
Right.
I'm like, that's not how I should remember these things.
The two of the recent breakdowns both did well.
Yeah. Back to like it's we get into Q2, which is when we everything kicks up,
Yeah.
baseball season.
Yeah. 528 from the umpire suspended, 465 from baggy jersey. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's just YouTube too.
Yeah.
I think we had some go off other places. Let me see if I can find it. Um, maybe not. The umpire one got 500,000 on Twitter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like that one. And then the baggy jersey got 330,000 on Twitter. And I don't even know Facebook, probably a lot.
Nice.
So yeah, they did good. Um, I want to find that Angels Brawl one. Did that do good? It took me a long time. I think it was 16 minutes long.
1.2 million
On
YouTube. Angels and Mariners benches clear, a breakdown.
good title. How long ago was it?
8 months.
Damn, that was like the beginning of the season.
I guess so. Well, no, that'd be like 11 months. It's like 3 months in.
8 months. Oh, punches thrown in huge brawl. 1.2 million. That's a bummer. That's not a bummer, but I thought it would be like a bigger one than. Do
Do
you
you
see the
think we should have
breakdown?
put the word punches in the
Yeah,
thumbnail? Did YouTube suppress it?
yeah. It's but yeah, I probably wouldn't put that word in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I can go look on the back end. Because if YouTube suppresses it, it's not going to get views after like the initial push. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That's 18 plus only, ineligible.
Yeah.
If you look at the analytics, it hasn't. Yeah.
That sucks. I'm curious if it's because of the thumbnail having the word punches or if it's just the video.
Mm, the word punches definitely tips it off. You have a
Yeah.
better shot of not using that and the word brawl. So punches and brawl in the thumbnail, both bad. And
Yeah.
then it definitely didn't get claimed right away because in the first 4 days, it got 1 million views.
Jeez.
So in the next 260 days, it only got 200,000 because YouTube doesn't promote it at all.
Yeah.
Dude, that's such a kick in the dick.
Yep.
And it makes sense. That video should be way higher.
Yeah.
We got to be better about that, I guess.
I think we are. I think we're more cognizant now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try and find one from last year. I have any last year that any others that broke 1 million?
Um, Scrolling.
Karen check, hair check.
Yeah. And then
Three.
well, this one's very similar. Go look at Batter Gets Clotheslined because Clotheslined is in the title, and then technically the thumbnail says brawl, but the A is covered up.
Yeah, I remember that. That was smart of me.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember telling Luke, look what I did in this thumbnail. I wrote brawl, but I covered up the A so the auto detection won't find it. I was very proud of myself for that.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
Karen check one got 1 million views in the first 4 days, same as the Angels brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the next 186 days, it's up to 3 million.
Mm.
So when you're, and it's not like 18 only. So that's probably where the Angels one should be at, but it's never going on anybody's recommended. The only way people are watching that is if they're just letting our playlist ride or they're searching it out on
Yeah.
YouTube, which is, it's gotten 200,000 views because of that, but it's never being put in someone's recommended or watch this next
Yeah.
because it got flagged. So which one did you just find?
Batter Gets Clotheslined, 1.5 million views. So I mean, we're looking at the same scenario here, possibly.
How do you spell clotheslined? Oh, here.
Close and
No,
then
that never got
nice.
not flagged. Everyone go look at that thumbnail. That was awesome by me. What a smart move.
That's pretty funny.
It's like his foot or the helmet.
Yeah.
But that one's trending up still.
Oh, good.
So in the first 4 days, because this was November and it's not MLB, it got 660,000 views in the first 4 days,
Mhm.
and it's at 1.5 now, and it's still like slowly climbing up.
Cool.
There's a little peak here where people are rewinding. That's a fucked up one where they threw the ball at the head. Yeah, so that stinks about the Angels one.
Yeah. Somebody asked, could you change the thumbnail and repost? Not the repost part of it.
Yeah, you can't repost. You can change the thumbnail and then like request that they like look at it again.
Yeah.
But once you do that, they're not only gonna like do the thumbnail, gonna look at everything else and all that.
Yeah.
Like I have one on here I was telling Maddie about is it John Birdie?
Yeah.
What's that one called? Oh, Anderson, not John Birdie. So it's don't the thumbnail says don't tell the umpire to use his blanking eyes. This didn't get claimed, but I uploaded like 5. It's also not in a playlist. That's stupid. Baseball playlist. All breakdowns. Change that. It's not it was a really quick one I did. I remember that. And when I did the thumbnail the first time, I did don't tell the umpire to use his fucking eyes, but I did F @ hashtag exclamation ing, and it or no, I did the asterisk F asterisk 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 ing, and it immediately was like limited claimed. So then I changed it to F @ hashtag exclamation point ing, immediately claimed all that. And then
Yeah.
I was at that point, I was like, well, let me just test this shit out before changing a thumbnail. So I just did underscore 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 ing, and then their auto sensors didn't take that.
Right.
So it didn't get claimed. So, but that's why you can cover up the words and shit. That's why I haven't been saying fuck in the videos, but the subtitles doesn't have it. YouTube just announced they're going to be more lax with all this stuff. I don't know what that means.
Tom A said, what countries outside of the US watch the breakdowns the most? Do you want to guess for the last 28 days? I'm looking at it.
Canada?
That's number
Mexico?
2. Not Mexico.
England?
That's number 5. I can give you hints. One is language driven and one is YouTube driven.
Japan?
No.
Language driven.
Yeah.
England?
Well, the other one. You said England.
Oh, Australia.
Yeah.
Last 28 days, I did a lot of Australian cricket breakdowns.
Do you know the other one? It's just solely based on YouTube number, like amount.
India.
Yeah.
Well, that's also, I did a lot of India and Australia breakdowns.
No matter the lifespan, those are the 5. 365. Last 7 days may be different. Japan sneaks in last 7 days.
Otani.
Well, you did the baggy shirt one too.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do Otani. Yu Chang, I did his, I'm going to do his Grand Slam. I have it edited. I just didn't say it yet.
Nice. Breaking.
You know what a wild thing about analytics that I think is funny that I shared with someone the other day, and then we'll probably end this, is that Like everyone who does wiffle ball content or like their own sports leagues, most of them, MLW, We Got Ice, the Blitzball leagues, their audience is mostly 13 to 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Warehouse Games is not that at all.
Yeah.
And I know we swear and stuff, but like still, you would expect to get some of that audience because that's what the crowd that watches it.
Yeah.
And then maybe like we should stop swearing or try to tap into that. But for Warehouse Games, our biggest demo, it's not even 18 to 24. It's 25 to 35-year-olds is 50% of the Warehouse Games demo. So we're making kids content for adults,
Yeah.
which makes sense. That's what we're doing. Like we're playing kids games as adults.
Yep.
But I just think it's pretty funny that like, see, that's like a not an oversaturated or saturated at all market. Like no one else was really doing that in blitzball. In golf, it's actually really, really popular.
Right.
And then there's in basketball, it's popular too, I guess. And boxing, content creators became the number one boxers and all that shit. But I always find that funny.
That is
that actually 25 to 44-year-old is like 60%. The 18 to 20 is pretty big.
Yeah.
But usually that's kids that watch those stuff. All right. I'm going to go, Maddie. I got to start editing and
yeah, you go.
living life and all that good stuff. My dad brought over green bagels today.
Nice.
So I might eat that. And
yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Happy St.
How about
Patrick's Day. I got a text from my Irish relative, Mick, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to understand it. My dad said he couldn't really understand it. Okay. Peace and chicken grease. See you later.
See ya.
That's the end of the show.